Let me ask you something. Why do some people solve problem in seconds while others struggle for hours? Is it luck or something inside the brain? What if I tell you your intelligence can be measured with a number, and that number can decide how fast you think, learn, and react? But here is the twist. Even genius like Albert Einstein were not born knowing everything. So the real question is, what is IQ? What is your IQ? And can you actually increase it? Stay till the end, I'll test your brain live. Let's begin the video. Intelligent quotient is not about how much you know. It's about how well your brain can think, understand, and solve problems. Think of like this. Two people are given the same problem. One solves it in 10 seconds, the other takes 10 minutes. The difference is IQ in action. IQ measures things like how fast you recognize patterns, how strong your memory is, how logically you think under pressure. Now let's make this real. Take a cricket. A batsman like Virat Kohli, he doesn't just hit the ball randomly. In a split of a second, he reads bowler speed, ball's direction, field placement, and then decide the perfect shot. The rapid decision making, the sharp pattern recognition, that's applied intelligence. Or look at a cinema. A filmmaker like Christopher Nolan, his movies are not simple. They require deep thinking, complex storytelling, and precision. To create something like Inception, you need a brain that can manage multiple layers of logic at once. That's another form of high IQ. So understand this clearly, IQ is not about school marks. It's about how your brain performs in real-time situation. When you make a quick decision, when you solve unexpected problems, when you connect dots others don't even see. That's your IQ showing up in the real world. Now you might be thinking, okay, IQ sounds interesting, but why does it actually matters in real life? Here is the truth. IQ matters because life is basically a series of problems and your brain is the tool you use to solve them. The sharper the tool, the better the outcome. Let's break it down. In the high pressure situation, your IQ decides how to react. Take a cricket again. A player like MS Dhoni. In the last over of a match, while millions are watching, he doesn't panic, he calculates. He reads the field, predicts the bowler, and make a quick decision in seconds. That calm, fast thinking under pressure, that's intelligence working in real life. Now look at a businessman, someone like Elon Musk. He is handling rockets, AI, car all at once. It's not just knowledge, it's the ability to connect complex idea and solve problem that others avoid. That's where IQ play role. But here is the reality check. IQ alone is not enough. There are people with high IQ who fail and people with average IQ who succeeded massively. Why? Because success is a mix of IQ, how you think, discipline, how you act, consistency, how long you keep going. So don't misunderstand this. IQ gives an advantage, but your habit decide your future. In simple words, IQ can open the door, but only efforts keep you inside. Now let's talk numbers. Because once you hear this, your perspective will change. The average human IQ is 100. Yes, not 120, not genius level, just 100. Which means most people you meet every day, your friends, colleagues, even strangers, are somewhere between 90 to 110. That's the normal range. Now here is where it gets interesting. If someone has an IQ of 115 or above, they start thinking faster, learning quicker, and understanding things more deeply than average people. And if it is cross 130, that's where the label people as genius. People like Albert Einstein or Stephen Hawking are often associated with this level. But wait, don't carry it away. Here is the reality most people don't talk about. Having a high IQ doesn't automatically make you successful. There are people with average IQ who builds a business, leads teams and win in a life. And there are people with a very high IQ who struggle to take action. Why? Because IQ only tells you how well you can think, not whether you will act. Let's take a simple example. In a classroom, one student understands concept instantly, high IQ. Another student take time, repeats, practices, but in the end, the second student score higher. Why? Because consistency beats intelligence. So understand this clearly. IQ is just a starting point, not your final destination. It tells your potential, but your habit decides your reality. Let's move on to the point number 4. There are four types of intelligence. Now here is something most people never realize. IQ is not just one type of intelligence. In fact, the world made a mistake for years by judging intelligence only through marks and textbooks. But psychologist Harvard Gardner changed this thinking forever. He said there are multiple types of intelligence, which means you can be bad at math and still be extremely intelligent in other aspects. Let's make this real. Take someone like Virat Kohli. Do you think he became one of the best batsmen because of textbook knowledge? No. He has incredible body control, sharp decision making, game awareness. That's badly plus strategical intelligence. Now look at music. A composer like A.R. Rahman, he can hear a sounds differently, create melodies that touch millions of hearts. That's musical intelligence. Or take a business. Steve Jobs, he wasn't the best engineer, but he understood the people, design, and simplicity better than anyone. That's creative plus intuitive intelligence. So, what are the types of intelligence? Logical, problem solving, math. Linguistic, speaking, writing. Musical, rhythm, sound. Spatial, imagination, design. Bodily, physical skills, and sports. Emotional, understanding people. Now, here is the truth you need to hear. Schools only measures logical and linguistic intelligence. That's it, which means many people feel average not because they lack of intelligence, but because their intelligence in other aspects. So don't label yourself too quickly. Maybe you're not bad at learning, you're just wired differently. And once you discover your type, that's when your real power starts.